Approximately 6 million Americans live with heart failure, and about 1 out of 5 older adults may develop heart failure in their lifetime. If you're wondering if you or a loved one could be at risk, take a look.
My name is Tammy. I'm 51 years old. I've always led an active lifestyle, hiking, fishing, and I go to the gym several times a week. I started experiencing shortness of breath and fatigue, what I thought were symptoms of a common cold, but they worsened over time. I am a breast cancer survivor, so I scheduled an appointment with my oncologist, who eventually referred me to a cardiologist. To my surprise, I was diagnosed with heart failure with reduced ejection fraction. My condition got so serious that I was hospitalized and put on the transplant list.
Tammy is here today along with cardiologist Dr. Richard Wright. And Tammy, first things first, I just want to ask, how are you doing now?
Well, I'm happy to say while I can't do all the things that I used to do, I'm actively managing my condition. I've not been hospitalized since, and best of all, I've been taken off the transplant list.
How were you able to accomplish that?
My healthcare providers and myself come up with a plan that works for me, which included some lifestyle changes, low salt, heart healthy diet, some physical activity, and effective medications.
And heart failure sounds scary, like the heart isn't working at all anymore, but what is happening is that the heart isn't pumping properly. Dr. Wright, in this case, can you tell us a little more about Tammy's type of heart failure?
With heart failure with reduced ejection fraction, or HFrEF, as the heart weakens, the chamber enlarges. The left ventricle also loses its ability to contract normally, so the heart doesn't pump enough blood to the body. Because of this, HFrEF is a serious chronic condition that can worsen over time. And about half of Americans with heart failure have this type.
And the most common signs and symptoms of heart failure are shortness of breath, swelling in the legs, feet, and or ankles, and fatigue, just being tired. So, Tammy, did you think you were at risk?
No, not at all. I've always lived a very active life. I was even a group exercise instructor, so heart failure never crossed my mind.
The risk of heart failure can increase with age, and conditions like high blood pressure, being overweight, and having a heart attack can also elevate your risk. So, Dr. Wright, what do people need to know about heart failure with reduced ejection fraction?
So people with heart failure often have other illnesses, but leading cardiology societies have updated their treatment guidelines that recommend heart failure-specific medicines. And HFrEF should be managed with a treatment regimen that focuses on managing the heart. Also, people with heart failure are frequently hospitalized, and one of our goals of treatment is to keep people out of the hospital.
Well, healthy lifestyle changes are also very, very important. So, Tammy, we need to go to you. What advice do you have for those with this condition?
I lead my life one day at a time now. I focus on the things that I can control, continue to stay as active as I can, doing some of the activities I like, such as fishing, and have a support group of family and friends.
And Tammy, you mentioned how you now eat a healthy, low-salt diet. People can manage their salt intake by reading food labels closely at the grocery store, buying fresh fruits and vegetables, and staying away from some processed foods.
You know, finally, you have to work to manage that stress. You can try things like meditation or to sit quietly, breathe deeply each day, 15 to 20 minutes. So, Dr. Wright, do you have any other advice for our viewers?
Yes. If you've been hospitalized for heart failure, have worsening signs or symptoms consistent with heart failure, or increased difficulty doing everyday activities, talk to your healthcare provider promptly. It may be time to develop or reevaluate your treatment plan. Also, you can go to keepitpumping.com for more information about heart failure.
Good stuff.
Dr. Wright, Tammy, thanks so much for being
you.
here. Glad you're managing your condition.